to us from their homes. We want to say welcome to the June 2024 media chat. I'd just like to take us through a few of the things that had happened between the last time we were here and today. A few weeks ago, precisely on the 29th of May, 2024, we celebrated the first anniversary of this government. I'd like to use this opportunity to thank everyone who was part of that celebration in one way or the other, even though, like we promised, we didn't really roll out the drums to celebrate as such. We dedicated that period between the 25th of May and the 29th of May to commissioning of already completed projects and flagging off of new projects. In terms of roads, we were able to commission the Old Court Road, the Ehi Road, that we reconstructed, part by direct labor and then the other part by contract. And we had the honor and privilege of having His Royal Majesty, the Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Nnemeka Achebe, CFR, join us in person to commission those roads. On the 27th of May, we commissioned the Green Avenue, the University Road, and College Road, and also flagged off the central bus terminal at Aba. We subsequently commissioned the former Osa Road, which was named after General J.T.U. Aguiyi. And of course, the renovated Opera Square. Those were done by the former number 2 man in this country, who happens to be our son and our father, Chief Commodore Ebitu Okiwe, GCON, who also came in person to do us that honor. And we are very thankful. In fact, he had to put off a trip to honor that event. And of course, thereafter, we proceeded to the Umuahia Central Terminal. And distinguished Senator Chris Adigije, PhD, also did us the great honor of flagging of that bus terminal. From there, we proceeded to the Ogrube layout, where we commissioned the completed jack building, a building that was started by the administration of Senator TLG in 2012, abandoned midway, but we had to complete the building and it was ready for commissioning. And then thereafter, we had a state banquet. So I'd just like to thank everyone that participated at that event. We continue with all the programs. At the last count, we have completed the reconstruction and fixing of 9, which were in different and stages of dilapidation. All the 90 roads were done by our Ministry of Works by direct labor. Some of them fit into our Zero Pothole Policy. We have reconstructed and rebuilt and commissioned 16 roads. We have also working on another 16 roads at the moment. The total length of the 16 roads, I understand, is about 165 kilometers, running through the different senatorial zones of the state. We have awarded the long abandoned and very difficult Ohanku Road in Abia. That is a very strategic road which leads to several settlements in Abia. We felt that the state of the road required that we apply rigid pavement technology, also known as cement. For those who have visited, I'm sure you will confirm that work has started on Ohanku Road. So also a few other roads in Abia. We are very strategic about roads because we believe very strongly that access is key to a thriving economy. We have a plan to touch every local government in the next 12 months. So at the moment, we are compiling strategic routes that we will take on as we go into our second year. We are also getting ready to go to the House of Assembly for environment, because it does appear that we are running faster than our budget on roads. So by the time we are done, I'm sure you will follow, so that we'll have enough money to give access to different communities in the state. On healthcare, we continue to work very hard to retrieve that very important sector of our economy. All the general hospitals are receiving attention, and we also don't want to lose steam. All the primary healthcare centers, all of them will receive attention at one point or the other. There are a lot of them, so we are taking them in batches. And just want our primary health centers to work and to be functional. Of course, the state teaching hospital, the state university teaching hospital is on course. A lot of work still needs to be done, both in terms of infrastructure and the skills. I understand that 19 areas or disciplines have already received accreditation, and we will continue to build on that. On education, we are also working hard. It's a tough call because clearly no school was left in a good state. Virtually all of them are in different stages of dilapidation. We are not discouraged. We are just taking them in phases. Sometimes you get pictures and videos shared by the people who actually left the educational sector in the ruin that they find themselves today. Of course, I'm glad that Abia people are not as dumb as they want them to be. So they've been here and they left the schools in those states. And today they go around making noise. We are dealing with them. We are not complaining. But it's important that we remind ourselves from where we are coming and know that Rome was not built in a day. The most important thing is that we are moving in the right direction. But this time yesterday, we were having a virtual meeting with consultants called ERIT, who had excelled in a few other states. And we are looking at how to ensure that we get efficient outcomes from everything we are doing in education. And I'm very positive that we are going to get them. Agriculture is also another area where we are paying a lot of attention to. Of course, at this time, food security is a topical issue. So what we are, in the last 1 week, we had dispatched 300 Abia men and women to Nasarawa State, where they are undergoing sophisticated, mechanized agricultural training from CSS Farms, one of the leading farms in the country. These 300 people were drawn from the 184 wards. No ward was left behind, but some wards had more than one person. And the whole idea is that they will also be able to train others as they come back. So, and all these are geared towards food security. We're also in discussions with organizations and companies that had worked elsewhere to see how we can partner in the area of agriculture, in the area of palm oil, rubber, cocoa, plantain, rice, and those kind of crops. On security, all of us know that this government takes security very seriously. Unfortunately, there was a breach on the 30th of May. We all know the story. But the important thing that I'd like to say is that we thank God that it wasn't worse than that. And we are leaving no stone unturned to ensure that everyone who is directly or remotely connected with that dastardly act, where soldiers who were on a lawful duty to protect our people were murdered in cold blood. We've done what we can do as a government. I'm sure you followed. We visited the families, visited the authorities, and placed a bounty on the heads of the criminals. We are getting positive feedback. And when the time is appropriate, you will be informed. But suffice it to say that nobody who is connected to this crime will go unpunished. We continue to get reports of crime and criminality in a few parts of Aba and Omoahia. And we have resolved, we have empowered Operation Crush to crush all such activities anywhere they rear their heads up. And we have given a sufficient warning, so we are not warning anyone anymore. But from this night, you will see what will happen, because we feel that some of these criminals we had given notice to leave township are trying to test our will, and we can assure them that our resolve is stronger than ever. We continue to do a few other things to ensure that the welfare of Abia people is prioritized. Salaries and pensions are being paid as at when due. There may be exceptions. I know that in the last few days there have been discussions about APSU, Abia State University, Uturu. But I'm glad to report that as at this afternoon, every member of staff had received their salaries up to date. And anyone who hasn't received must have a problem with their banks. I'd like to stop here